say mama.
No.
Ma! Dali!
shorts.
Come on.
Delete! Whenever mama says delete, she's gonna tell mommy. She's gonna tell you, that I'm not.
Tickets. We're gonna go tickets.
Yeah, you're gonna go. Come on.
Come on. Saan sila? Here's the ticket. Yee! Okay. Let's Gate 3, Babu. Kasi na yung ano na. Thank you. Ano? Sige, lakad ka na. Lakad kayo. Ay, ma, dito ka, dito ka. Yun, dyan ka, dyan ka. Oh no! It's nice. Clear picture.
I got you on 10.
Yes.
How many are you partying today? 4?
5.
Okay.
Oh, really? Is it really? Ang shade mo maganda.
And remember, you can take anything on the tour except water and plastic. No food and no gum. Sure.
Did you see without a wristband up there? Then I wondered.
Thank you.
Hello.
Have a good time.
Thank you. You too. Thanks. Why are you staring at my camera?
Even after everything else in the world opened up a year ago, they had all that damage to the roadway that for some reason they didn't fix in the first year.
Here you go.
Woohoo!
Not too hot yet.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex Trebek, and on behalf of California State Parks, I would like to welcome you to Hearst San Simeon State Historical Monument, better known as Hearst Castle. As we begin the riding portion of your tour, we ask for your cooperation. Please stay seated at all times and keep your head and arms inside the windows. Please turn your cell phones to mute. If you have trash to dispose of, there will be a trash container when you exit. Bottled water is allowed, but food and chewing gum are not permitted on the bus or during the walking tour. We thank you for your assistance in copper and homestay gold mines. But he never mined is made of logs that were built for animals in Mr. Hearst's zoo. His love of animals drove him to create the largest private zoo in America. He chose to build it on the hill which had served as his family's original campsite. Julia Morgan's first challenges were to make a road from the old bridle path and all walking or riding through on horseback. Its columns were planted with fruit trees, apples, quince, plums, cherries, peaches, and apricots,
Your
among
squirrel
others.
is blocking
And
my
it was
camera.
campaign with grapes. At over a mile in length, it was laughingly referred to by Julia Morgan as the longest pergola in captivity.
Hey everybody, good morning.
Morning.
I'd like everyone who's doing the upstairs suites to come offload the bus.
Okay, let's go, Daddy. That's us. Stairs, sweet mom. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, ma. morning.
All the way up to the top.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
This place is amazing.
Is this your first time?
Yeah, it is. I've been waiting for this to open.
Oh, great.
Yeah. No.
How exciting.
Oh, you want to go swimming? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sadly we can't go swimming.
Yes.
Besides, it's a little cool today to go swimming.
Yes.
So this is the Neptune Pool. This is the most photographed pool in the United States, possibly the world. And it was one of the first things that Mr. Hearst wanted to do here. This is actually the 4th version.
Oh.
And then that wasn't big enough, so it became a bigger swimming pool. And then he started wanting to have Hollywood people out here, so it became even a bigger swimming pool. And they put in the statues around it. And he had plans to make it even bigger still, but he never quite got around to it. So the centerpiece, you see the god Neptune in the center. And on the left you have to either side the day of his life. You know, he could have relaxed, but in his words, he would rather be worried than bored. And so instead, he was hardworking. This place couldn't have happened if it wasn't for the architect, though, Julia Morgan. He had the vision and the ideas, and she's the one who made it possible. And so they used concrete to build most of the structure here. And concrete was a big deal back then.
Yeah.
The Romans had concrete, but they had lost the secret of how to make it. And it wasn't until the late 1800s that they knew how to make concrete again. And so that, you know, there was nothing here. So if they had to bring up bricks or stone to make this place, it could never have happened. But by using concrete, they used sand from the beach and gravel, and and along with the cement, and that's where they made it from.
Oh. Super nice.
I'll take a picture of you.
Okay, ma. Akit na kayo. Okay, let's go. Follow the tour guide. Okay ka lang, ma? Marami tayong akyatin. Go. Naghihintay siya.
Okay.
Oh, let's go. Bebe, go up. Follow her, please. Come on. Okay, dad mo lang yan mo. Oh, go. Nata.
Mommy, look, pink roses.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're not pink roses. Oh wait, that one is.
Yep.
Pink roses, Nikki.
Wow. Look at the castle.
It's so big. It's bigger than any houses.
Yeah.
It's bigger than a mansion.
Ha? Dito ka na lang, ma? Matagal kami sa loob. You wanna stay here? Yeah, I think she's already tired from... Hindi mo gusto, ma? We're just here.
Diyos ko, ang taas-taas pa niya, no?
Yeah.
Nakakapagod.
Ha? Sama ka na. Dito lang naman, no? You just wanna stay there? Pwedeng mano.
Yeah. So that'll be fine. All right, thank you. So they're gonna say. So I'm on a 35. Could you just get her to the pool?
At what time?
Well, that's what I just checking. Yeah, we're supposed to be at the pool at 21.
Okay, so we'll take a slow walk. And take our places.
Like, look.
All right.
Mm.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, bye, Ma. Enjoy your sitting.
Okay, and so anyway, so this is the main house, Casa Grande. So this is based on a.
I'm gonna
place
walk
in
towards
Spain.
you.
They took photos of places in Spain and in Italy,
Inspiration.
and I used that for inspiration.
You weren't listening.
Because she's narrating, you know. Wow.
So they built here for 28 years, and yet they never finished it. So we look at this house, turn that over here. So yeah, because he was more interested in finishing the inside than the outside. But in a way, it makes it more real. You can kind of see how it was made.
Yeah.
So come on in.
Thank you. Wow.
We're going to go upstairs. Okay? See, they never finished this either.
Yeah, look at the finish.
But you see how this contrasts to this.
This is. Oh yeah, they had more details in here. Way more details.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow,
so this is
bedroom.
called the Doji Suite. The Doge was the ruler of Venice. And so this is all most Italian stuff.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Hearst loved to have all these Hollywood people, all the Hollywood stars, and it's the same. He did the opposite. He collected these antiques, and so he made every room. What he really liked is art people lived with. And so he collected fireplaces and furniture and ceilings.
How about the person?
So that would be for one partner, and this would be for the other partner a lot of the time.
No, going back that way.
Okay, guys, record.
Nice. Look at that bed.
So the architect to stay at each and every single room here because they're all so different. So this is the sitting room for those two apartments. The thing that calls it the Doji Suite, these are 14th century Italian colonnades. If you see, if you've been to Venice or the Venetian or just seen it on TV, St. Mark's Square, you see these colonnades. And so we have the same ones here.
Oh, nice.
You like to go to Venice and see the sea.
I know. I don't need to go Venice anymore. I can see it from here.
So here's that feeling. This is a 1907 ceiling, and they put the this time period, but they're not here.
That one is kind of more manly over there.
Yeah.
The color thing is darker.
So now we're going to go see where. So this is where a married couple might likely stay. Not always. Sometimes they do it for people who just move with each other. Boys and girls were not allowed to stay together unless they were married.
Oh, too.
So now we're going to go see where single people stay.
Ooh, worsted restores. Nice. Oh, stars again.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
So high up.
We are so high up. And the people like to stay here because they didn't get a sitting room, but they got the library.
There's so many rooms.
114.
Wow.
That's why we have multiple tours. Watch your step here. These would have been like out of an old monastery. These little patterns of the monastery.
Kuya. Wow. Look at this. It's amazing.
So the one trick is just make sure you stay on the tour carpet.
Oh my gosh.
And so he likes to read. His mom had to chase him outside when he was a boy because he wanted to spend all his time reading. So there's over 4,000 books in here. And then he also collected Greek vases. See them all along the tops. So these are all from ancient Greece.
Like when you start.
And a lot
Also,
of
when
them
I
originally
pass you
been
with the
smashed,
camera,
but put
you show
back
like the
together
whole
by
room.
archaeologists.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I remember walking there.
He actually originally had 450, but he gave a lot of them away to other museums that did place. It wasn't a museum. And so some stuff happened here other than people reading books. So they would, Harpo Marx of the Marx Brothers, he and Marion Davies, who was like the Casa hostess, he wrote in his biography that they were here and they cleared all the junk out of the middle, unless they were really good close with Mr. Hearst, was his private suite upstairs.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
And we get to see it. We're so lucky. We get to see it. Yeah.
Like
Okay, go, go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, nice. I like the bed.
That's what you want your bed, right?
Yeah.
So this was Mr. Hearst's room,
Private room.
his private room. And what I like about it is it's not lavish. It's rich, there's expensive things in here, but it doesn't look like he's trying to impress anybody but himself.
Yes.
So it's one of the oldest ceilings we have. It's 15th or 16th century, Spanish, and they have the different saints pictures up here.
It's religious.
So on a lot of these ceilings, some of them he bought at auction, some he actually and he was not a religious man, but he loved the art. He
The
considered
mansion was
himself
nice too.
Christian of no particular denomination, but he owns 99 Madonnas. And if I were him and I was having a rough night and writing newspaper articles at 3 in the morning, I might want to pray to
She looks like old lady.
So Mr. Hearst was married and had 5 kids, but his wife was a New York girl, and he wanted to be out in California. And his wife wanted to join. She started out as a chorus girl and be a socialite and very important. Mr. Hearst hated those people, and so he and his wife separated. And they stayed together for 32 years until he died.
Oh.
And so she was effectively his second wife, but it's a different world. And so this would have been her room for their movies into his newspapers. And so they would all watch the movies downstairs. They get sent movies before they showed up in the theater.
Oh.
And so they got to see all these movies first. And then Marion would But yeah, all this the 17th century stonework is just amazing.
So beautiful.
Now this room started out as a storage closet, and the roof was only about so high. And he likes the Christmas carols. You know the Christmas carols? So there's another 3,000 books in here.
3,000 books. That's their hobby back then. It's nice.
But it's kind of like you're in church in places, isn't it?
The outlets for
What?
I see. I was thinking that those times.
And so when they're building this, they spent the first 4 months building a road because there was no way to get up here except by
yeah. So I was like wondering, oh, we have to go through that.
In fact, the architect Julia Morgan, she had to come up on her first visit before there was a road. We had to drag the taxi.
Whoa! They can do that too. Wow. It's the money can do. They're so rich.
Questions or things you'd like to know about? Yeah. Pretty amazing, huh?
Also, earthquakes, this building.
Oh yeah, the earthquake.
Yeah, that's a good question. The answer is we're fine.
Wow.
So Julia Morgan, who is the architect, she lived through the 19th where they originally probably had a floor solid here, and then they carved out the tower. I mean, just think what it would take just to even pour this. So you pour the building and then you put the stuff in.
Yes.
Imagine your house. Imagine your home.
We're going to go through these steps. I grew up with no stairs, 40 stairs.
Wow.
Yeah. Good.
Wow.
Okay. So the
That's
sound.
a yes.
The sound, yes, the sound.
That's annoying.
Yeah, that's why you make it quiet. It's like that.
So we can
Okay,
focus.
quiet.
We can focus.
Yeah.
Kuya, look here. Kuya.
Those towers, I'm going to show you the tower bedroom in a second. The towers are on either side of this. Right up here. You can look out the windows and look right up there. And so this is the remember you took the pictures of the front of Casa Grande?
Yes,
This, we're standing on top of that.
Wow. You see it, baby? We're on top of the world.
It's like we're so close to the sun.
And this is a 12th century Roman fireplace. It's got a house blessing written in Latin. And then these are 15th century Spanish tiles. And I love to show these to people who are either kids or can understand kids, because these tiles are ridiculous and I want to write a children's book about them. So I'm still trying to figure out, is this what do you think, animal do you think that is?
Peacock or
It looks-
ostrich or
Yeah,
turkey
it could
or
be
a
a
dragon.
chicken.
It looks like a dragon.
It could be a dragon, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. But I don't know about any of those animals that's spitting out rabbits.
Oh.
Rabbit,
Oh yes, there is a rabbit on the beach.
there's a rabbit there and there's a rabbit there. And it doesn't look like he's eating them, he looks like he's spitting them out. So
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything that creates rabbits. And see, then we have the person going on a treasure ship. We have this one with Captain Duck.
Captain.
And like this is 15th century and they're doing things with Captain Duck. We have no idea why the story was behind this. And then just here's the bunnies again.
And there's your engraved.
I noticed
And just
Yeah.
the detail they have on the outside. This is Spanish,
Oh, the
like
chest.
15th or 16th century. So this is actually would have had red velvet underneath the metal on the outside.
See?
Yep, another old table.
Wow.
The natural light going in.
Wow.
Reservoir that sends it here, and then they put it up in the tower so they would have some water pressure.
Ooh, nice.
Now, right now, to keep the arch safe, we keep this closed, but there's actually balconies on the three corners.
Oh.
So it would have been very comfortable during Mr. Hearst time because you could let in the breeze.
Mm-hmm.
And gossip columnist Hedda Hopper, this was her favorite place to stay. She said it felt like you were staying in a gilded jewel box.
Yes.
And you can tell here if it's what time, or is it morning time or night time? It's
Yeah, exactly. But remember the fireplace we just looked at, Julia Morgan must have thought it was interesting too. Because look at the door. Look at the pattern on the door. It has the same kind of crazy animals on it.
Yes.
Here's our rooster,
Rooster.
phoenix dragon thing,
Rabbit.
and bunnies.
Yeah.
So on top of us, there's the bell towers. And bells were never that loud in here because between us and the bell towers, there's a water tank. That's a 2,500 gallon water tank, and that helped muffle the sound. So, and they painted more of them up here
Where are you guys? Oh.
in that little bathroom. See on the wall?
Yeah, just so you can see.
antique. I forget what century this is. I think it's from India. But you see it's got an elephant.
Ooh.
And I think it's a wolf, but I'm not sure. And that looks like a lion.
Lion.
Well, that's cool. Isn't that fun? Now, they didn't originally have an elevator, but they put one in. But in order to put the elevator in, they had to make the stairway narrow.
Oh,
Mm.
So you had to be skinny to go down.
Whoa.
Oh, so that's an elevator there.
They have elevator already?
This one? No, they just put this in.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, we do not get to take the elevator.
For the railing.
Now, if we got your mom up here and she couldn't make it down, we might have had to take the elevator. I think she's probably better off.
Yeah.
For the railing, right here. And then, hold this one so you won't fall down. Right here. There. You don't fall down. This one's easy.
Oh my. My camera cannot see us.
Okay. Thank you so much for telling us. Okay, so your mom will be at the visitor center.
Okay.
I really appreciate it. She just couldn't even get up the stairs.
Mama's at the visiting center.
So I really
Mama's at the
appreciate it.
visiting
Thanks for
center.
catching me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We're in the balcony.
Mommy,
So
imagine.
these are the same bedrooms we walked along the other side of.
Okay.
Oh.
But here we're looking into the courtyard. That's where we were before, remember?
Yeah.
Yes, in the garden.
It might be easier for you to see it here. Come stand here. I think you get a little bit better perspective on it. See that up above us? The brown carving?
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared of
Ang
heights.
galing, Daddy. Tingnan mo yung mga detail nung ano,
I'm just a little bit
round
scared.
carving.
Yeah, they're into much of a detail.
Yeah, stuff like the lights.
And the birds.
And they did not hurt any oaks. They loved oak. Mr. Hearst loved oak trees. And so they actually would drive around and see who had cypresses that were already grown and offer them money to dig them out of their yard. And because he says, you know what, you can buy little ones. Like, I don't want little ones. I don't know who did that.
Of course.
Why is there light over there?
Tea. Another door. Oh. Maybe a nice bed.
So yeah, this is your next house. His boys stayed here at one point, less the twin beds.
Twin beds, yeah.
This is called Dela Rovia, and this is called the Dela Rovia group. Up until around the Dela Rovia was somebody that Leonardo da Vinci thought was brilliant. Dela Rovia figured in like a bowl of grapes that was made like art. You would have to use marble. And you can imagine how hard that would be to make marble do that. And so only really rich people could afford.
Be careful. Don't spill anything. Close it.
Beer section. What they drink and coffee.
So he would have, usually he'd have about 20 visitors, but sometimes he'd have a big party and he might have 80 or 90 people, so he would need all the bedrooms he could get.
Is that the stairs? Oh.
This is like where the tourists or
It's
so high
Oh,
up there.
the, like,
Yeah, the broad bridge.
oh. Like they have a.
Careful, baboon.
Yeah, and they have Hearst.
Oh.
Bridge, they also have the new castle.
This is like a luxury castle. So we're gonna go down below, but I wanted you to see the upstairs of this duplex.
Okay.
We're gonna see the downstairs, but this is the upstairs.
Like,
Take a pic, take a pic. Oh, nice. So beautiful. Oh.
So Mr. Hearst was born in 1863. So Mr. Hearst, I was born in 1963. So he was born 100 years before I was.
okay.
Yeah.
To give you some idea. of
Oh,
how
this is the
long-
downstairs.
So this, and yet the bathroom was really modern.
I know.
This is what state of the art was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny? The number of his guests may never have had a shower before.
Oh.
Because nobody, up until around 1920, only rich people or eccentrics had showers.
Oh.
And they did not start, it was only in the 1920s that they started advertising them for normal, ordinary people to have. And it wasn't until the 1950s and 60s that they became standard as houses.
Standard. Wow.
And so these are old doors that they've turned into shutters.
Look at the ceiling, Daddy.
And then the ceiling, is that yet another beautiful ceiling?
Yeah.
So they took a painting and put paintings in the ceiling.
Oh, this real painting?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep, 17th century.
Wow.
That's Baroque style. Yeah, no, it's Baroque. So,
You can get lost in the house.
Yeah.
get lost in the house. This is one of the scariest things about being a tour guide. What if I get lost?
Yes.
That's scary.
It's a big house. What is this?
Yeah, what's that one?
We don't know.
There is just.
Clearly
just there.
It was probably a closet that never got finished. But I think, I don't know, maybe that's where the ghosts jump out at you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine someone over there.
There's. It's like hit and miss on the rooms because there's no markings on how can you tell which
You
one
just
is
have to know.
This could be a hard time remembering this house.
Yeah, all right, you want to open the door? You just have to push that up.
So, not backing those gray walls, huh?
Yeah, good job, Daddy. And we're downstairs already. Thank you. Woo.
Wow, that's pretty
See, that's where we
close to that.
that's where we went. Right there. Oh, it's warm now.
Yeah, because
It's warm.
we've been here for a long. We've been inside for a long time.
Lights. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes keep on tearing when I look up.
Because the inside was.
Careful, baby, don't run.
That's the. This is the part that was not. Yeah. Because there's the detailing was set up over there. Oh, this is like a luxury.
What did you like seeing? What was fun for you?
I like all the rooms and
Yeah.
beds. I also have a canopy beds at
Oh,
home.
how fun. interested in building new things and finishing old ones. Okay. And this was what he did for stress relief. He was dreaming about what else he could do. His son asked him
The
at a
Middle
place to
Ages
display
castle.
Oh, you're like me.
and he wanted to put in
I like that kind of
The
castles
castle
too.
that's like actually
Like
armed
a,
and
yeah, I know yung parang kay vampire.
yeah,
Vampire castle.
yeah, the one that's for
dream
defense and
about
fighting.
something.
Like it has a
George Washington
drawbridge.
did the same thing. When he was doing the fighting
Yeah.
in Valley Forge and everything,
You're like me, Kuya.
You send me your clips because my battery died already.
About what wallpaper she should put in a particular room.
Yeah.
And I think
Look,
the Doji Suite from the outside.
Okay.
Mm.
Orange roses.
Roses, yeah.
Roses are my favorite.
Mhm.
Because they're in my name.
You're not using your phone to record, baby.
Because I have no more space. Storage. For my
Oh.
pictures.
I see.
Bill Gates is going to be richer than
Bill
I don't want to take a picture of
Jack
you.
London, he has a lot of the area sea.
Oh, nice. And you saw it was Jack London's book up in the library.
Oh,
They
there's
had
one.
College
Oh, there's
Bible
one.
We went there.
people at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't just do it for himself. He really did this for all the other people. He
Yeah.
was working all the time,
Yes.
except for in the evening for a few hours.
Yes.
And so he really had all these people up here for parties that he barely enjoyed. It's a beautiful place to be.
My family's here somewhere. I'm gonna find them. They're on a tour. So
Hi.
welcome.
Thank you. Oh, there's a tennis. Look at it. They're really rich. They have a tennis court.
Yep, there's a tennis court. Now they built the building, put the tennis courts on it, and then he's like, okay, now it's time to excavate the pool.
Oh. Wow.
Sometimes he has great ideas, sometimes. It's like a Roman bath meets Hollywood.
The first one you see, the
That's the Neptune Pool.
What happened? You still care about your hair? That's okay. Look at the indoor pool. Oh my gosh. It's more beautiful in person. I've seen this online, but it's more beautiful in person. Nice. Look at that. How deep is it?
10 feet deep, and it's flat on the bottom, but you won't believe me because it looks like it curves.
Yes.
So I guess they're saying that when we see the nation.
Okay, go. Go.
When
Go.
just follow me, and when I point, just look. Follow me.
Well, pretty handsome since the last time you were here. Yeah, but I thought this was beautiful. I think they took me all back because of the roof leaks. Yeah, see how it's
Look. Okay, hold. It looks like it's curved. Okay, hold. It looks like it's curved.
Now, all 3 million tiles here are.
It looks like it's curved, yeah. Wow. And you can dive from there? Oh, this is...
So the glass blocks are in the tennis court. So the tennis court is right above that.
It's nice school. Right? It's pretty.
When I'm pointing, you don't record.
Recording.
There were two dining platforms, one here, one on the other side of the
And it's
Only because there's just because a lot of people are confused. If you're behind this belt, we know that you're with this tour.
This is the end of the tour. It's so nice.
So I hope you guys had a good time.
Oh, we did. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Come back again.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
It's nice.
Yes, well, that's all for the upstairs tour.
You can actually get prime.
Yeah, go. Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Kuya, doon tayo.
Oh, right here? Same seat?
Dito tayo. Dito. Here. Is this where we sit? You wanna do the other side? Oh, we're going here.
Yeah, I'm pointing where for you to look at.
Oh, I missed that part. Study what? Oh, everything. Look at that. Bye, Casa.
Can you send the last video to me now?
Yeah, just to do fun things like that.
Yun nga kuya, gusto ko eh. Yung mga medieval. That's why I'm always...
Medieval castle.
I'm always searching for where to go for castle medieval. Kasi
And were very
Mr.
advanced for their
Hearst,
time.
You should have recorded me like this.
In the late 1930s,
oh,
There's a reason why I wanted like this. And all like that.
sorry kuya.
many of his zoo animals were donated to California zoos, including in San Diego and San Francisco. You'll be surrounded by other guests in 1930s attire, enjoying the rooms. There are many ways to feel.
You recorded it like this, so that's why.
Yeah. No, I can edit. Daddy, do you wanna go to Carmel by the Sea again? Narinig mo. Let's going home though. You wanna stop by again? Hindi na tayo. Well, thank you.
It's better portrait.
Okay, kuya. I'm gonna send you. I'll show you. Okay? Yeah, you can watch it. Oh, ayan si mama, oh.
Eat. Go get some food there. Lunch. Don't know.
Ayun pala, may museum eh. Hi, ma. Ang ganda. Ikaw eh. Anong food? Bilik na naman. Pretzel. I know, that's what I'm...
Yes, oh my gosh, that's
It's an IMAX.
Di ba doon yung
Alin?
yung museum?
It's actually theater. IMAX nga daw yun.
But now, if everybody would have
Okay. Ah, you have to, you have to put some quarter.
Okay. Put a quarter in there.
Hmm?
Put a quarter in there. I can't see it because you have to go put your eye like really close.
Oh, it's too far.
No, you can see it. Galing
Oh,
nga
you
eh.
put a quarter in there?
Yeah.
Ikaw nga, Daddy, you have to move it kasi. I already put quarter.
I see now.
Huh?
Tingnan mo yung bus. You go check it.
There you go. There you go.
Yung whole Casa,
There I can
makikita mo.
It was like a couple minutes later than the last time you asked.
Just make it bigger.
Do you think I actually
As if you can do that.
To turn right here.
You have to turn
You
it.
do it. You do
It's
it.
like shooting
No,
that.
no, no. You put the camera again.
It's like, you're shooting a gun,
I don't
bebe.
see anything.
Si Mama ba nandun na, Daddy?
Oo.
Mommy, I need to go to the bathroom now.
I didn't think of that. Uy, yung picture. Hala, nabutas. Butas mo yun? Ay, hindi pala. Bag nga kasi pala. Sarado na sila. Ah.